I'm speaking to you now from the Regional Police Command in Accra, and I've come to speak as well to the lawyer for the pastor that I've just mentioned. Martin Pebu is representing him. Martin, you're welcome to Citi Newsroom. What is the police telling in relation to your client?
Yeah, so right now, they're still a bit tight-lipped, okay? They say investigations are ongoing, so we are trying to secure him bail, all right? Yes, of course, but the preliminary facts are that it's because of his involvement in the prophecy. Pastor Pierre didn't say, okay, Bishop, he didn't say Shatta Wale, no, okay?
He said Charles.
Yes, and there are 1,001 Charles in Accra.
Yeah, but the journalist offered the full name of Charles and he admitted.
Yes, so but you would see that basically, okay, the point is that he has not categorically prophesied that it's Shatta Wale. That's the point. That's number one. But two, and most substantive, is the fact that under our laws, we all know that there is the freedom of religion as enshrined and guaranteed by the Constitution, okay? Now, as part of that, we all know that there are prophecies, okay? So if a pastor prophesies, it's hard to find it as a criminal offense. That is to say, possibly Section 208 about causing fear and panic, okay? Yes, it's going to be extremely difficult to say that this constitutes fear and panic. I don't see fear and panic in this, okay? We are used to prophecies, okay? And most especially, you look at it that the ingredients of the offense, it must be that the person made a statement, or if it's a rumor, okay, but since it's not a rumor, let's leave out the elements of rumor out. But the prophecy, it must be a statement that a person makes, knowing that it is false, or the person has no reason to believe that it is true.
In this particular instance, your client doesn't believe that what he said is untrue or is false. He believes it is something revealed to him, so he stands by what
Voila, that's it. Voila. So once it's a revelation from God, okay, you can't say the same constitutes causing fear and panic.
Even if that statement causes fear and panic in the light of it, because the gentleman, Shatta Wale, has said he was a bit destabilized having heard about that and was worried that pastors continually make claims that he was going to die. Clearly, that's causing fear and panic in the individual's own right, isn't it?
Well, Umaru, I'm not aware of this side of it, okay? Secondly, I have not seen evidence that it's Shatta Wale who made a complaint against him. I have not, okay? So to that extent, I'm unable to comment about that. And that's very critical. This is how the criminal justice system is activated. There must be an identifiable complainant, okay? So that complainant so somebody who is aggrieved by a statement he thinks or somebody who is aggrieved or somebody who has seen a crime being committed goes to the police to make a statement. As far as I'm concerned, as of now, I'm not aware that Shatta Wale came to make any complaint against Bishop Appiah.
So right now, what is the police saying to you about him being granted bail? Do you have an indication you'll be giving the bail tonight?
It's looking very positive.
Which means he will not be showing up in court, at least not today or tomorrow.
Obviously, as of this time, the courts are closed unless the Chief Justice extends the time. But that we've not been told about that.
Also, Shatta Wale is still in custody. The police are dealing with the matter. Now, the issue, if you notice what's been running on social media, he did this to get some popularity. Some have described it as cheap popularity. What do members of the entertainment industry think of what he did? So let's hear from President of the Musicians Union of Ghana, MUSICA, Mr. Simons, that is, who has been responding to some of the concerns being raised and giving us his own views on the subject.
First of all, I saw it on Facebook, and the moment I saw it, I just read the headlines and moved on because I thought it was one of Shatta's, everyday run-ins. Shatta, you know how he does his things. Until, I heard a whole lot of things that were going with it, and then the law coming in and the police coming in. So I realized how serious this whole thing. So I went back and read it. And, for what I saw, I think we have to do something about it. And what we have to do about it is place all big stars. You must have lawyers and a team that guide you from getting into trouble. It's very, very important that we have a team that guides us from getting into trouble, because nobody wants to come face to face with the law. Fame comes with all kinds of challenges. One of them is you can be famous to a level where you think you are untouchable. When you get to that stage, you are in trouble. And if you don't take time, the next thing will be you being taken to prison.
Should the law take its full course, or they should have some mercy on him?
Well, I mean, as a father, I would say they should have mercy on my child. We all know that, he's made a mistake. And I'm sure he's also realized that. And by now, I'm sure he has apologized. So whatever it is, if this can be served as a warning, not only to Shatta Wale, but to all musicians in Ghana, so that we comport ourselves. And also, we shouldn't forget that once we become stars, we become a public figure. Everybody is watching us. People might think everything we say. Some people even see superstars as gods. And whatever you give order, you see that they are doing. You sing a song, you see that they are singing it, so they follow you. They become like your follower. So we have to be very careful what we say and do in public.
Well, if you want any evidence to show whether or not Shatta Wale is a popular artist, this right here reflects that this drinking sport is alight with Shatta Wale songs, and these boys here are having mad fun and celebrating Shatta Wale, the dancehall artist, who currently, though, is behind bars. Police have arrested him over a number of issues. We come here in a Nima, a stretch around Nima in Accra, to speak to his supporters, his fans who are madly in love with him. So what bass be this?
This is downside. This is downside. Everyone knows this is downside.
I see.
Yeah.
Why do you call it SM Zone?
Because this is where SM, the influence starts. This is where SM, he himself, he knows that, this is his area.
Why do you love SM?
If you understand Wale, you understand what the life is. If you are from the ghetto and you know how the ghetto is, you always understand Shatta Wale. Yeah, that's why we always love him, because he's our motivator. He motivates the youth. And if you really love music, and we all have rude attitude. So you can't complain about his attitude that is rude. No, we are not 100%. Every human being has a rude attitude.
For life is for life. For real king. Yeah. SM Empire for life. Yeah. One love.
Have you seen the way
SM, you no get problem, but microphone now mudi SM etinu. Omu pre too much. I'm omu nyesa. Me SM fan so. Me unyi na madra SMC. Full SM, me I be Shatta Wale fan.
Why you love him like that?
Me I love Wale because Wale be human being, Wale, he left and right. He suffer before he make it. So he
You see him before? You meet him before?
No, me I know. Yes, Wale I meet him before.
You've heard that the police have arrested him as a base. What do you guys make of that?
I was aware. And what Shatta Wale likes is what has happened. He always fights for justice. He once said when the pastor is arrested, he will bring himself out for him to be arrested. And that's exactly what he did. Because we are in a country whereby pastors give fake prophecies and people believe them and give their money to them. So me and you today, if a pastor gives fake prophecies that you will die, and the time comes and you die, what's the government doing about it? Nothing.
But what if the pastor says you die and the day reach you don't die, then you lie that you have died when you have not died? That's
Yeah, because this is not the first time they have given prophecy about him. This is not the first time, this is not the second time, this is not the third time. So he wants to set an example for everybody. That's why he fake his death, he's shooting, that he has been shot. But we, his fans, real fans, know that no, he has not been shot.
He has caused fear and panic. That's the problem of the police.
When I heard, I just panicked as soon as I heard. But I can never panic like Titanic. All Nima panic. And also, gathering to start to embark on some massive, attack. Attack on who? To know who, Who does that? Whoever did that.
So imagine if you people gathered and say you're also going to East Legon to go and fight somebody. That's not.
We are not taking the law into our hands.
But that's why the police are saying don't even say that you have been shot.
No, we will never take the law into our hands. But we want the Ghana police to know that they should always make sure that we, the citizens, are well protected.
Police have arrested him. What message do you have to him inside the cells, and what message do you have to the police who are holding him?
He should be strong. He will surely come out of this.
Thank you. So that is Shatta Wale's base, and we are here at the base in Nima, and you've heard the people very excited about Shatta Wale. They love him to the max. Let's go on and pick a few more perspectives from other lawyers on this developing story.
Inviting or arresting the prophet, at least for the 48 hours that the law allows the police to assist in investigation, is in the right order. Because for all we know, this prophet and Shatta Wale are in sync to create a sort of publicity stunt. Was he aware from the onset that maybe Shatta would take this serious? Was he recruited to do this so that Shatta will respond? All that they need to investigate. If they have evidence that what he said was not just a pastor doing his work in the normal way of his activities, like saying what God has told him to say, but rather it was something that was a grand scheme to cause fear and alarm within the public sphere and cause disruptions, then the police will have to prove that beyond reasonable doubt to the court.
So from the little we have gathered, they are expected to be arraigned tomorrow for being charged for causing fear and panic. What are the legal implications?
Basically, this is a misdemeanor, but it can get them to imprisonment for up to 3 years, or a fine, or both. So even though it's not a high level crime, it carries with it a lot of implications for the prophet and Shatta Wale as involved. There is where you can play and there is where you can't play. We have responsibility to the general society in whatever we do. That is why the laws are there. For a person like Shatta Wale, who has a large following, anything concerning him concerns a lot of people, especially his fan base. The fact that what he alleged or what his team alleged was happening to Shatta Wale can cause some fans to go onto the street to find answers as to who has shot Shatta Wale. It's a lot of things that has gone wrong. And when you listen to the story, the police went about, left all their duties and went about looking for Shatta Wale, combing hospital to hospital to verify the veracity of the story put out there. This in itself, employment of public funds towards this charade, is one that the law must take to investigate, and if found culpable, he should face the law for it. Because you can't joke with everything. These days of social media where things can go viral, and because of this, someone in Kumasi, someone in Tamale hearing that Shatta Wale has been shot may do something untoward. So he has to face the law for it, so that will serve as deterrent to all other persons who think that we can just abuse the social media space or the traditional media space.
The issue of Shatta Wale is a big one. Aside what's happening here on the street, everybody is talking about him on social media. So this report by Citi Newsroom's Akosia Otre highlights what the social media reactions have been so far.